Hey guys, welcome back to our music tech lessons with BandLab. Today we're going to be learning about how the notes on your instrument correspond to the notes available to us on BandLab and how to put those together with your drum beats. Let's get started. Alright, so we're starting off this BandLab lesson with a drum beat already made. I'll go ahead and play it for you. It does follow that simple rule I laid down last time of having a snare on beats 2 and 4 and having a kick drum at least on beat 1. So let's hear it. Alright, so that's a little too fast for my taste. It sounds like something out of the 80s. So I'm going to go ahead and hit done. And we all know that magic word tempo, which is how fast a song is, right? And we're going to go ahead and change the tempo right now. So you see that gear icon at the top of the screen. That's our settings. So I'll touch that. And this new screen we've just come to, you see that big blue button says tap tempo, and it has a number 120. So 120 beats per minute, basically 2 beats a second, is how fast my tune is right now. Too fast. So what I'm going to do is I can either hit that minus sign or I can actually touch the number and drag down until I get to a tempo that I like. And I'm going to try out 90 because I'm a 90s kid. Yeah. Let me try 95. Oh no. There you go. I like that tempo, so I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to go back to that waveform that you see. That's an audio wave. I'll touch that. And I'm back at my instrument. Pretty cool, right? So, next thing I want to show you is what we can do once we have our drum beat made, which is where we left off last time. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that arrow at the top right corner to get back to what's called my arrange screen. This is where I can arrange all the different instruments into different patterns and just make sure everything fits together. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click and hold my drum beat. And you see right there, it says loop. So if I touch loop, what I can do is grab it and drag it out as far as I want so that it repeats. Now in music, the magical number, especially this day and age, is 4. So I'm going to make this drum beat, which is 4 beats long, repeat 4 times for a total of 16 beats. Wow, multiplication. Now before it plays all the way through, what I have to do is take that red bar at the top. That's my looper. That's going to decide what part of my music is looped. So right now it's set to the first 4 beats. So it's only going to loop those first 4 beats. Check it out. And loop. See that? So I have to grab that red bar and drag it all the way out to 4 full bars like that. Now when I press the play button, it goes all the way through. Is your head bobbing? Okay. So now that I have a good 16 beats, 4 full measures of a drum beat, I'm going to add another instrument. And the way I do that is I hit that plus sign on the left. I touch the plus sign and it gives me options. I'm going to go down to MIDI instruments again, which is where we found our drum beat. But this time, I'm going to drag over to orchestral and go down to violin section. I want to change things up this time. And it brings me here. So last time we played around with this a little bit, but now I want to give you the full breakdown of what we're looking at here. So all your instruments, whether you're playing violin, viola, cello, or bass, all use the letter note system, which is basically your notes are named after A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So you can see right here in the bottom left key that we have C4. So that is a C note. Right after C note, what comes next in the alphabet? D. Then we have E, F, G, A, B. Now for the next C, we're going to go up a level, just like we go up an octave in music. Same note, C, but different octave. One is lower and one is higher, right? So from C5, I go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and that's the limit of how high we can go, at least on this instrument. So all of you have these notes on your instruments. We just have to get used to looking at them on a keyboard. Now you'll notice that there's also black keys in addition to white keys. So those are sharps and flats. So let me take one you all know. We have D here, E, F, and this black key between F and G is what we know and love to be called F sharp. And that's the beginning of our D major scale. Now our D major scale also has a C sharp. So that's going to be between C and D. So I'll go ahead and play a D major scale for you now, 1 octave. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and D. And back down. Oops. All right, now that you know your way around the violin instrument, there's a few things we need to do before we start recording. The first thing I always like to do is just try out some ideas. So what I can do is hit my play button, my drum beat will play, and then I just goof off until I find something I like. So let's do that now. I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and record that. But before I record, I'm going to do two things. First, I'm going to go up to my settings icon, click it, and I'm going to go down to this part right here that says count in, and I'm going to change that to 1 bar. Now we have to remember 1 bar is equal to 4 beats. So what this means when I turn it on is that it'll count 1, 2, 3, 4 before it starts recording. And that gives me time to get my fingers and my mind ready to play. So I'm going to go back to my waveform. And now when I hit record, you'll see it count off 1, 2, 3, 4. But the last thing I need to do before I really am ready to record is hit that Q button in the top right corner. And that turns on what's called quantization. So what quantization basically means is that whatever I play on my instrument, BandLab is going to take it and fix any rhythmic mistakes I have. It's basically going to match whatever I play to the rhythmic grid. And this is great when you're producing because it just makes it so much cleaner, so much tighter, and so much easier to work with than having, let's say, a sloppy take. So now when I hit record, whatever I play is going to be mapped to the rhythmic grid. Let's try it. 2, 3, 4. All right, and it's recorded. So now I can hit that button in the top right corner, the arrow, and it takes me to my arrange screen again. If I hit play, both of my instruments will play. Now let's say I did not like my violin take. I want to try it again. I can just click the box. I can hit delete. And now when I double click my icon, I can open the instrument back up. And I can try it all over again, as many times as I need to until I get it right. Now that you know your way around BandLab a little bit better, go ahead and make a new drum beat and add an instrument to it. It could be violin, it could be cello, it could be any MIDI instrument that uses a keyboard. And I'll see you in the next video.